Part of getting ready for a trial is instructing the client on how to be the best witness they can possibly be, how they can do the best job on the witness stand they can possibly do. For me, that involves two things. Number one, working with them on their demeanor when they're a witness. Number two, working on what they actually say and how they say it. The most important thing that we teach a client to do is to not get upset no matter what the prosecutor's questions are. A prosecutor is always going to ask questions that are designed, if answered correctly, to elicit half-truths. So the answer tends to make the client look bad, and it's a normal human thing for the client to want to give the other side of the story. But they can't do it right there. I always get to ask questions after the prosecutor is done, and if I think it's important enough, I reassure the client that I'll make sure to ask about that question again so they get out the answer they really want to get out. The second thing we do to prepare a client to be a good witness is to work on their testimony. What I'll do first is give a list of the general topics to the client, and we'll talk about them, and we'll talk about exactly how the answers should be. But we're also going to talk about how to be a good witness in general. We're going to talk about answering questions directly. If a question calls for a yes or no, just say yes or no. If there's an objection, wait for the judge to rule on the objection before giving the answer. Once we have that down, the next thing we'll do on a Saturday or Sunday is we'll have the client come in. I'll have someone play the role of the prosecutor, another attorney here at the office, and that attorney will ask the client an hour's worth of questions, just like they're on the witness stand, to allow the client to practice being cross-examined. Those questions are way tougher than my questions, yet it will give the client experience in being able to handle the situation without showing anger or undue emotion. And it will reassure the client that even after the prosecutor is done, I get to ask them more questions in case we feel the need to do so.